What should you be thinking about while you're piece controlling in-game? I get asked this all the time, so I'm basically going to break down how I transferred my piece control from creative over to arena. Before we hop into this video, please consider using code JivanTV in the Fortnite item shop, or at least make sure you're using somebody's code because it helps us out a ton. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So should piece control involve a lot of thinking or a lot of instinct? For me, it comes down to thinking about the player's movement, really focusing a lot of energy on tracking the other player and thinking about what they're going to do next. But for the most part, your mechanics and your piece control should be instinct. The biggest thing is you don't want to overthink your piece control while you're doing it. And I know this is hard because, it takes a lot of practice to transfer your piece control over to arena. And you're probably wondering, why is it not transferring? Maybe I'm not thinking about the right stuff during fights. But all in all, it's going to come down to practice. So in general, my thought process during fights is mostly track the opponent, think about their next moves. That way I can piece control in those directions, but my piece controlling is mostly instinctual, based off what the enemy's doing. So I know that's probably not the answer you're looking for, but I'm going to give you some tips on how to transfer that skill over to arena. How to make it so that your mechanics is just natural and you don't really need to think about it. It's a long process, but with enough practice, it will happen. Let's get started. So the first key point for transferring your skills over to arena is becoming comfortable with your in-game ping. I know a lot of people say, Jivan, you're on 0 ping, so it's a lot easier for you, and yeah, but I go on high ping a lot to try to make high ping tutorials for you guys and for when I'm playing tournaments on other servers. And so the way I get comfortable with piece controlling on that high ping that I'm not used to is I hop into creative on a different server that I have an even higher ping. And from there, I'll hop into a Raiders piece control practice map or just some 1v1s in creative to get used to that ping. Doing this can make the ping on your server feel a little less bad, and so if there's another server that matches your in-game ping while you're in creative, that might be the best place to practice to improve in arena. So yeah, first key point is getting comfortable with your in-game ping, whether it's just playing a lot in arena and getting used to the ping there, or warming up in creative on another server. Those are probably the two best ways to do that. Next important thing is getting comfortable fighting under pressure. You can't simply practice your piece control in Raiders practice maps. In those practice maps, that's where you're supposed to be gaining an understanding of how to piece control in different situations. And it's where you build your reflexes on how to piece control in different situations. But it's a whole different game applying it under pressure. And so the fastest way to improve that, and it may not be as fast as you want, it may take a month or even like 5 months, depending on the person. You gotta practice doing 1v1s in creative. And the biggest thing when you're doing 1v1s in creative is you want to fight a variety of players and good players that are better than you. If you're just absolutely demolishing in every single fight you're taking in creative, but then you get destroyed in arena, that probably means the players you're 1v1ing in creative are not good enough for you. And if you don't challenge yourself, you're not going to see that improvement. So the place I always find people to challenge me is in scrim servers that are trying to 1v1 to warm up. That's where you find the sweatiest players, in my opinion. I mean, whenever I load into creative matchmaking, like 1v1 realistics or whatever, the players aren't very good, like I'll 10-0 them every time. So yeah, scrim servers are a good place. You can also go on rematch.gg, the website, and do 1v1s against people from there. Because on that website, it's like a ranked 1v1 system, so you're going to fight players that are as good as you, if not better, for the most part. But also one of the keys is fighting a variety of players. If you fight the same person that's better than you every single day, you might learn that player's playstyle, but then when you fight somebody with a totally different playstyle, you're going to be clueless. So make sure you're getting that variety in. Next important thing is being consistent with your warm-ups. I know it's something that we all struggle with. We get lazy. We don't feel like doing the warm-up one day. It's a little boring. But that's the best place to improve, is in your 20-30 minute warm-up, whatever it is. That's where you should be improving on your weaknesses and getting your reflexes up to speed. But take my advice for warm-ups here. There are certain things that you probably want to warm up every single day. Like if you're on the keys, warming up your aim in 1v1 aim trainer or Panville's 200 Pump Turtle Wars map is going to be a crucial thing to warm up every single day. But you also want to make sure you warm up some of the stuff you're weakest at. So if it's piece control, warming up in Raiders piece control maps. If it's edit coursing, hopping into a blank creative map and just edit coursing around, going up layers, down layers, all that stuff is going to help you out. If it's just crosshair placement and edit speed, you're going to want to hop into edit courses and practice that. Warm-ups are the most important part of the day for building those reflexes and getting your mechanics up, and you don't want to sleep on that. For me, I warm up my aim every single day, and then maybe every other day I'll warm up my piece control in Raiders piece control map. But this is an important part right here. If you feel like you're running through Raiders piece control map and you're not being challenged at all, you're hitting all your edits, and you're just cruising through it brainlessly, that means you probably want to find a new warm-up, whether it be just 1v1ing people or any of the other stuff I said in this video. And the reason is, if you're cruising through the map every single day, you probably don't need to waste as much time in there anymore. Maybe you can do it like I do it. I cruise through it pretty well, so I go and do it every other day or one every 3 days or so, just to keep it consistent. But if there's other areas of your game that are lacking, you probably want to put some time towards that instead. So it's a key point to be consistent with your warm-up, but also change it when you feel like you're running through it with no challenge. And now one last strategy that works really well for me for learning new piece control moves in Arena is taking it one move at a time, whether it be one move from Raiders piece control maps or one piece control high ground retake like I teach on my main channel. Taking it one move at a time and practicing it first in creative, getting the reflexes of it down, and then forcing a bunch of situations in Arena until you finally nail that move in Arena. The reason this works really well for me is that I experiment with a lot of moves that really haven't been taught. And so I force the situation over and over again until I hit it 1 or 2 times. And then I study those 2 times where it worked. And I think, why did it work in that situation? This helps me understand when I can actually use that move in future games. Once you do something once, it's a lot easier to do it again. And so that's why it works really well for me. This is a long process because sometimes one move will take you a week to get down, but each time you get a new move down, you'll have a new move in your arsenal and you can whip it out in other situations. And with time, you'll have a better understanding of fighting, and yeah. But the fastest way to gain understanding and fighting sense is just to learn from other people. And so watching my fighting tutorials on my main channel is one of the best ways to keep up to date on new moves in the game. And every time you watch one of those videos, it should improve your fighting sense. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. If you keep up this grind for a while, you may see improvements in a month, you may see it in a week, but with time you will improve, I swear. I guarantee I was at your stage once, and over time I just got better eventually. Once you learn piece control, you'll start winning so many more fights in Arena, I swear. So just keep that grind up. If you feel like you've been stuck at the same skill level for a really long period of time, I recommend checking out my video called How to Get Out of a Skill Cap. The link should be on your screen right now. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, use code JivanTV in the Fortnite item shop, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.